The commemoration period can be an extremely hard time for a nation still healing, and some individuals manage this pain differently than others. One organization seems to understand the dynamics of these emotions and has come up with a plan to help. Live Again Rwanda is a counseling and counselor training service that specializes in emotional struggles such as marital issues, addiction, and post-traumatic stress disorder, just to name a few.
We started this organization because we saw the need of it, being Rwandan, knowing where this country come from, knowing where we're headed. We thought that it would be good to not just consider the economic growth, the social growth, but also really focusing on the emotional growth, which means that if we can have an organization that will be focusing on the healing of emotions that are painful, then we are able to deal with those problems.
In the past, I think people have put people in mental health hospitals and pumped them full of medication because maybe they don't know what else to do with them, and there's a mass amount of people who are maybe affected. But I think that grounding techniques and sitting with someone in the midst of their trauma, or if they're flashing back, or if they're having memories of what they've experienced, if we sit with them, talk to them, calm them down, I think that is much more effective than even pumping them full of stress-reducing medications. Those are needed at times, for sure, but not everybody needs that as a response to trauma.
The organization doesn't just counsel people, it empowers others to counsel their fellow Rwandans in their time of need.
One of my closest family members needed a counseling service and went through it, and I saw how it tremendously helped that member of my family, and I went, wow, this is something good. This is something that reaches a part of a human being that medicine can't reach. It touches that inner part of a human being and really helps that human being to come from a situation to a better situation. So I thought, this is something I would like to learn more about. This is something I would like to give a hand if I can. So that's why I'm training as a counselor.
I think it is a passion, but also realizing the need for counseling in Rwanda, given our past as Rwandans, but also as a woman who talks to different people in my career as a gender expert and as a lawyer. I find that sometimes what I do, I need more knowledge on counseling, because some pains people go through, they need some people to go with them deep into that and look for solutions together. So I really felt it was a need, and it would be my contribution as I do my work. I think it is very, very important, because what people have gone through, they need people who have the techniques and understanding of the technique of listening, the techniques of empathy, the techniques of working with people who are hurting, who are in pain, to find a solution to live again.
This time of year can be especially tough on many, as old feelings can often resurface and people who would normally need the support find themselves needing someone to talk to. Live Again Rwanda came up with a way to address that.
What we do in Ichunamo, we do what we call Listening Day. And Listening Day is actually a day where we just announce that we want people to come. There are people that have been dealing with these issues for 20 years, 21 years, they never had a chance to talk about. So for us, we provide that ear that people are going to come and be comfortable, know their information is going to be confidential. They're not going to be judged because of how they feel. And then we just provide that time for those people to come and just be listened to.
What I'm noticing during this commemoration time is that people are more willing to talk. And they're looking for someone who will listen. And so that's why we've been providing these things. But the current clients I have, I'm noticing that they're also talking about that time of year and the genocide as well in their sessions. Maybe that wasn't what they came for, but that seems to come up in what they're talking about.
The fact is, everyone needs support sometimes, and with organizations like these, we can all have that shoulder to lean on. Makeda Mahadio, Rise and Shine Rwanda.